Outdoor Living Concepts presents What's Cooking California? Brought to you by The Fireplace and Barkingham Pet Hotel. Featuring Chef Andrew Copley and Leonardo Curti, with special guest Melinda Lee.
Welcome to California. Good profumo. A little bit of S&P, a little bit of salt and pepper.
È buonissima.
You can stir it and whisk it and taste it and monkey with it and get it just right and have a wonderful time.
Let's see what's cooking today.
Welcome everybody, I'm Chef Andrew Copley and we've got a great show lined up for you today. We're going to do some really nice California style dishes. The first one we're going to do is using our beautiful peaches from southern and northern California. We're going to use heirloom tomatoes and we're going to use some fresh corn. So this is what we're going to start with for this beautiful salad. When we cook corn, the best way to do it is to slow roast it in the oven. But what I like to do first is take the corn completely with the husk on, and I just give it a little douse with water. And then I put it on my roasting tray. I'm going to put a little bit of oil over these, and then these are going to go into the oven. So here's my corn. As you can see, I gave it about 25 minutes in the oven. I let them chill and cool down so that I can handle them. Obviously, if you don't, they're going to be really hot in the middle. And you can see how the husk is all dried out, and the top's all kind of got that nice burned look, but it's actually where it's just caramelized. So then all we're going to do is we're going to peel these off. And actually, this is the easiest way to peel corn once it's been cooked. You can just pull off the end, and then as we come down to those fibers, I always find the best way to do this is to take a paper towel or a dish towel like I have here, and you can kind of rub these down. That way it brings out, you can see all the fibers coming off, and then you don't get that stringiness when you're actually eating your corn. And what I do then is I'm going to clean off the ends. You can see how sharp this one is. Go down the middle, so I'm not actually trying to navigate all the way through the corn. I'm just taking it at sides, and I'm going to come off like this. And that simply is the best way to do caramelized corn. So let's get all these beautiful corn in here. And let's look at what else is in the salad. We've got these beautiful peaches. Now obviously we know there's a stone in there, so we have to navigate around the stone. And again, we're just going to start at the top, and I kind of roll it. I roll the peach. And then you still have the size to use, and then I usually have this for a little snack while I'm working. What I'm going to do then is divide this whole peach into 6 segments. So it's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's what I have in total. Now, beautiful heirloom tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is first take out the top portion here. So I'm going to go down the tomato, and that helps me get down to where that seed is at the top. And you can do 2 things. If you're really comfortable with knife skills, you can kind of take it out like this. If you're not, just turn it over, and you can see how sharp the knife is. That's a good test for a knife if it can cut through a tomato. And now I'm just going to do it like this. And that way I take that seed out. So that's an easier way if you're not too confident about your knife skills. Again, I want to keep this salad uniformed. We have nice wedges here. So let's do some nice wedges here. And again, I'm going to do 3 wedges to each quarter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put this onto one side, and we're going to actually grill these peaches. Yes, grill them. Because again, the natural sugars in the peaches will come out really well. So I'm going to take these wedges, pop them in my bowl. Again, just a little olive oil. You don't need too much. I have my nifty little grill here, and I've got that on a medium heat as far as coming from the stove. So next, we're going to slowly caramelize these peaches and also get a really nice grill mark on them. It just gives it a really good presentation too. You can hear that sizzle. And what I do with these peaches then, I leave them for about 2 minutes on each side because I'm not actually cooking them all the way through. I'm just getting a nice sear and a caramelization on the outside so you still get that juiciness of the peaches on the inside. So about 2 minutes on each side and then we'll be ready to take them off. So we're about at that 2-minute mark. I'm going to give them a quick flip over and check my grill marks. Oh yes. But I can already see that I've got a really nice caramelization on the top of the peach. I've got the beautiful grill marks I'm looking for. And now I'm going to give them 2 more minutes and I'm going to caramelize the underside of the peaches. And then we're ready to go with our salad.
You can almost taste the excitement. You can almost taste the anticipation. And very soon, you will be able to taste all the new WHATS wines. Launching April 2020. WHATS Wines. Watch us grow at whatsandwines.com.
Welcome to Barkingham Pet Hotel, California. We are a 5-star luxury real hotel for dogs. Your dog will be treated like California royalty. We have an indoor, outdoor facility. Everything in the building is a California theme. California Dreaming Pet Boutique, California Grooming. Your dog can come to us for a whole spa day. California Dreamin' Pet Art, a pet art photography studio. California Paws Rescue. We have a certified dog trainer who offers behavior training and agility training. Our large luxury suites have king-size beds. We also have the Intercontinental for cat boarding. We've got about 22,000 square feet for your dog to have a wonderful time and a wonderful vacation stay. Doesn't your best friend deserve the best? California Paws Rescue is a 501c3 nonprofit. It is part of Barkingham Pet Hotel. If you're looking for a loving dog to rescue and to give a home to, please visit California Paws Rescue website.
Nobody says outdoor entertaining better than Outdoor Living Concepts. Transform your backyard into the ultimate barbecue and entertainment experience. From professional barbecue equipment, outdoor kitchens, to custom-built fireplaces, fire tables, and fire pits. Outdoor Living Concepts, your exclusive dealer for jacuzzi brand spas. From rustic to modern, we can customize your backyard into the ultimate in backyard fun. Visit our contractor wholesale design showroom open to the public in Palm Desert. Let Outdoor Living Concepts make your outdoors the great outdoors.
So what we're going to do is we're going to make an emulsified dressing. It means I'm using some binding agents to get this dressing to give like a creamy texture, even though I'm not using cream. And the way I'm doing that is by using a little bit of mustard, and I'm using seeded mustard, but you can use Dijon, whatever your preference is. I'm using that garlic paste, which again is a binding agent. And then I'm going to use my liquids, which is a fresh lemon juice. We're going to use a little bit of vegetable stock or broth, and a little bit of rice wine vinegar to give it that tartness. After we get all that started to bind together, we're then going to drizzle our olive oil into the actual mix, and that'll bring it all together and bring up to one nice emulsified dressing. All right, so let's get started. So first I'm going to add the mustard, which is one of the binding agents. The second one, like I said, is the garlic paste. And I'm basically starting these two off in the actual blender, because what I want to do is I want to get the liquid and the binding agents to emulsify first before I put the oil in. And this is as simple as how it goes. Fresh lemon juice. I'm going to use my hand to stop the seeds going in there. And we'll give it the juice of 1 full lemon all the way in. From there, I've got a little bit of rice wine vinegar. And I've got a little bit of vegetable stock. And this is going to help bind these together. Okay. That looks awesome. That is exactly what I'm looking for. It actually looks like a creamy dressing already, and I even started with the oil. So the next thing I'm going to do is put my lid on for safety. So as you can see, just a small drizzle, and that will give me exactly that creamy, emulsified dressing I need. All I need to do now, season it up, a little bit of S&P, salt and pepper. I'll do a little taste, make sure I've got enough in there. Perfect. The dressing is just about finished. The last thing I'm going to do with the dressing is, because I want to make it a little bit more vibrant in color, I'm going to add some fresh parsley. I've got some basil, some lemon thyme. Really just go into the herb garden, pick out what you really love and chop it and add it to the vinaigrette. It makes it just that more vibrant in color and also freshness. Now, the dressing I'm putting in here, so it's easy to dress the salad. And as far as the dressing goes, it's 2 teaspoons of rice wine vinegar to about 3/4 of a cup of oil. And then as far as the liquids with the chicken broth or vegetable broth, I basically would use about 1/3 of a cup total. All right, so let's put these herbs in here and then the dressing's ready. Now we're going to actually assemble the dish, the salad. And I'm going to arrange my peaches first. And I'm going to usually probably about 3 peaches per portion. I like to make a little triangle like this, and that way I'm kind of building a dam around the middle so I can build some height to this salad. I take these beautiful heirloom tomatoes, and again I made them in wedges, and I'm going to give them 3. It's only a salad. Again, if you did want to make this a main course, just add more ingredients. It's real simple. So we've got our peaches, we've got our tomatoes, and now I've got that beautiful caramelized corn, and you can either break it up or leave it in little chunks, but I sit that in the middle. And the reason for that is because when you bite into the salad and you go through these peppery greens, you get these bursts of sweet corn coming up through the salad. It's delicious. But right now I'm just going to give a little bit of saltiness from this Greek feta, and I'll pop that around, not too much. Little bite from some red radish, and obviously it gives it a nice color, so I'm going to put that in there too. So you can see the layers building and building to the salad. And then finally, we're going to take our peppery greens. So everybody imagines peppery greens, what's that going to be? Arugula. So I do a little bit of mixture of arugula and actually watercress, hydroponic watercress, which I buy. You can use regular watercress. Again, regular watercress in the stores are super powerful, so it's literally sprigs, only buy 1 bunch. Because I'm using corn, and these can be hard to get, so don't worry too much if you can't find them. These are corn shoots. So these are the shoots that grow in the actual corn, and they're edible. Tastes like corn. So I use that because it's got a nice color and they stand out really good in the salad. Now here's a little tip for you when you do a dressing. Don't put your dressing directly on your greens. You're going to flatten them. So the best way to do it is to take your dressing in a spoon or a ladle and go around the actual bowl. And the reason we do that is because it helps to aerate the greens and helps them stand up a little. And then I just kind of wash the bowl or, wipe around the bowl to get the salad onto the lettuces. And then once I feel I've got enough, I pop a little bit on top. So you can see my heights coming up. And then I finish this with maybe a little drizzle of dressing around the side. If you want to take it a step further, I had an extra chives from the garden, so I just chopped some chives too. And that is a delicious California salad.
Leonardo Ristorante is proud to present closed captioning for the hearing impaired.
Welcome to Desert Outreach Synagogue, the voice of the valley. A place called home to anyone who needs one. A place of incredible music, community, conversation, and connection. Desert Outreach Synagogue is a place for everyone. Come join us. You already belong.
Jan, the Gadget Gal, and welcome to Kitchen Kitchen. We have everything for your kitchen. Items you won't find anywhere else. Quality cookware, gourmet coffee, specialty foods, and walls full of those unique, hard-to-find gadgets. Be sure to check out our cooking classes and our private events with custom-designed menus. Come on in and see what's cooking at Kitchen Kitchen on the corner of Cook Street and Highway 111, Indian Wells. That's Kitchen Kitchen for the chef in you.
Hi, I'm Robin Ford. Thinking about selling your home? We have the newest innovation in selling, Fast Track Marketing, custom designed just for you. By using it, your home could be sold while your neighbor still sits on the market. If you're looking for a home, we have many great ones to show you. So for a smooth transaction, call 760-219-0655.
Okay, so we finished our peach salad. Now we're going to move on to the main course. And I'm going to take you through this dish. Again, we're going to follow the same theme. We're going to use the California fruits, but we're going to make a salmon. So we've got a really nice, fresh Scottish salmon. And what I'm going to do is incorporate, it's not really a salsa, it's a relish, which means I'm going to cook it and cook it down, get all the flavors out of it. So the first thing I've done is I've taken about 4 teaspoons of olive oil, and it's on my stove now, just getting nice and hot. Once I've got it to the temperature, you can see it's got that smoking. Now I'm going to start adding the ingredients. So I have some fresh pineapple and mango, tomatoes, onions, and bell peppers. Beautiful sun-dried fruits. I have cranberries and raisins. And you can also see a cinnamon stick in here. I popped in the cinnamon stick so it gives it a little flavor. So let's get that cinnamon stick in there like that. We're going to use a little bit of rice wine vinegar. So I'm looking for that sweet and sour flavor with this relish. That's the sourness. The sweetness comes from a little granulated sugar. And then basically H2O, water. And we're going to add this water. Now, what's going to happen is this is going to simmer on a low heat for about 20 minutes, maybe 25, okay? So let's get this on the stove. So while my relish is simmering now, I've got about 20 minutes to prep the rest of the ingredients. And what I'd love to do, and what I love eating myself, are these baby zucchinis, okay? So obviously, they're a lot smaller than the regular ones. Flavor profile, they're actually not as bitter. I don't know if you've tried the skins of zucchinis, but they can give a little bitterness to them. If you run them under cold water, it takes the bitterness out. So you need about 5 minutes, or you soak them in cold water, and it'll take away the bitterness. But really, all I do with these is I take the top, and we call it top and tailing them. And because I'm going to grill them with my salmon, I'm just going to cut down the middle. Look how nice they look. They look beautiful, don't they? So I'm just going to prep these, and literally these take minutes to cook. So we're going to top, tail, down by the half, and into the bowl. And then it's just a case of a little S&P, a little bit of olive oil so that they don't stick to the grill. And they're ready to go. Now we're going to move on to the salmon, and we're actually going to incorporate the salmon and the zucchini on the grill at the same time, and it makes it really compact and easy to put this dish together.
Jose Roman, Landscape Design and Maintenance. Call Jose Roman, 760-619-6033.
Folded Hills is about sharing what we have. The way we make the wine is a very hands-off policy with as little intervention as possible. The grapes are all grown organically.
I come from the beer world. We really listened to this land, and we chose the grown varietals because this is what this land and this place calls for.
We have weak Wi-Fi but strong connections.
A great place to unplug.
Is your old fireplace ready for an upgrade? Want to add a built-in barbecue to your backyard or a contemporary outdoor fire table for those cool desert nights? The Fireplace is the desert's barbecue and fire feature leader. We have everything you need to reinvent your indoor and outdoor living space, including custom doors for your fireplace, custom fire sculptures, contemporary tool sets, gas logs, mantles, screens, fire tables, fire pits, and more. Come visit the Fireplace on Highway 111 in Palm Desert and let's spark up a conversation.
You can almost taste the excitement. You can almost taste the anticipation. And very soon, you will be able to taste all the new Warson wines. Launching April 2020. Warson Wines. Watch us grow at warsonwines.com.
So zucchinis are ready. Now the next step is to cook our salmon. Now I'm using a grill plate in the actual house, but it barbecues the same outside. This is just obviously more convenient. So all I'm going to do first, season the salmon, little S&P, and let me show you, look, I'm keeping the skin on. I love eating fish with skin on, and salmon is one of the best. Little olive oil. And that'll help, obviously, to prevent this, the actual fish from sticking. If you look at the skin side, it's going to be my presentation side. So I'm going to put that first on the grill. That way I only have to turn the fish once. If I put it this side, I'd have to turn it, then turn it again before I put it on my plate up. So skin side down first, and I kind of tend to give it a little bit of a rub here so I get the start of my grill marks, and also it doesn't stick to the grill. I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds awesome. And I'm just gonna let those grill. Now these will take about, maybe for a medium rare, which not everybody eats medium rare, I love medium rare, but medium rare to medium, I would go about 3.5 minutes on each side. So we're gonna give it a 3 minute on here, then I'm gonna check that the crispy skin is nice and crispy. If it needs a little longer, I'll take it that extra 30 seconds. If not, I'm going to take it over and turn it to the other side. So 3 minutes into it, I'm going to check the skin and see if it's crispy enough for me to turn them over for my next 3 minutes. I just want to check this though too. Now the fish I actually brought to room temperature because I want to make sure that the internal temperature, which is the inside of the fish, is at the same as the outside. That way I get a perfect temperature on the fish, whether I'm cooking it medium or medium rare. So yes, that's exactly the way I want it. And now we're going to make a little turn, so hopefully see if this comes off. Oh yeah, nice and crispy. So that's what I'm looking for, that nice crispy skin on there. We're going to keep that on there. Now it's time to do my zucchini. And again, I'm just going to grill these. And I can grill these at the side of the salmon. We'll get a little flavor from the salmon oil. And it also has a beautiful color which brings together the dish. So the salmon needs about another minute, maybe 1.5 minutes. But what I want to do now is just turn these zucchinis over. They're cooked on one side, and I'm just going to flip them and give them another, maybe another minute or so on the skin side down side, and that will cook them all the way through. So we're 3 minutes in now. I'm going to check the salmon. So now we're going to pull our salmon off. The zucchini are ready too, so we can pop that on the same plate. So what I'd like to do to plate this dish, we're going back to the same old chef's statement of using the white plate with a white background. We're going to put our salmon in the center, skin side up. We have our zucchinis. We can do on the side like this for a little bit more color contrast. Now here's the fun part now. We're going to make the sauce. So let's have a look at our relish now. So we're 25 minutes in, it's reduced down, we've got all the flavors, we've got the color, and what I'd like to do next is add a little bit of butter, and that just makes the sauce a little creamier without adding any cream. So I'll pop in a little bit of cold butter, and I'm just going to mix that into the mix. So once I added that butter, I'm just going to pop a little bit on top. And if you do get the juice on the plate, that's fine, because that's delicious juice. That brings out all the actual fruits of California. And that's our crispy skinned salmon with a beautiful California relish. Enjoy. And let's enjoy a moment with Melinda Lee.
You know, a lot of people have their problems when it comes to egg whites and separating eggs and beating the whites, so I'll give you a few tips. First of all, you want to separate cold eggs because they will separate more easily that way. The way you do it is you crack the shell not on the edge of a bowl, which is almost counterintuitive, but on a flat surface. Because if you can't do it on the edge of a bowl, you might drive little pieces of eggshell into the white or into the egg. So you have your separated egg, white and yolk. Put your yolks aside to use in an angel food cake, and now you're ready to use your egg whites, except that they're cold, and they won't accept as much air if they're cold, so you want to get them warm. If you don't have time to wait, take another bowl, put some warm water in it to come about halfway up the sides of the bowl holding the whites, and put the bowl in there, let it sit for 10 minutes, and it'll be room temperature. Even slightly warm is just fine. When you go to beat your eggs, you want them, your bowl, to be immaculately clean. If there's a little residue of oil or something inside, the egg whites won't whip. And if there's a little bit of yolk in with the whites, it won't whip either. So you want to be very careful about that. You put it in your mixing bowl and you add a little cream of tartar, which is a powder you buy in the spice section. It comes from the inside of wine barrels and it strengthens the cell walls of the white. So you're going to put a pinch of that in and you're going to beat your whites. Now, if you're going to sweeten your egg whites, like to make a meringue or something, you will sweeten it near the end of beating. And they're beaten enough when they stand up in little peaks. They are never going to look like whipped cream. And if you overbeat them, they'll start to separate. A lot of times you have to fold the egg whites into something or fold something into the egg whites. You can do it in either direction, but just to illustrate the point, I'll show you. If I had powdered sugar here in the center and I wanted to fold it into the egg whites, the technique is you plunge your rubber spatula down into the middle, up and over, and then turn the bowl. Down, up and over, turn the bowl, up and over, and so on until you get it incorporated. The whole point is to leave the air in the egg whites. Okay, so that's a story on egg whites in an eggshell. Enjoy.
Go to whatscookingcalifornia.com for featured recipes.